Hello, welcome to Let's Talk Cars, a show where we think that most electric cars apart from the e-Golf are stupid and we write scripts that aren't really scripts. So, if you guys have been following this series for a while, you know that yesterday I had Theo here to record. You guys can get something kind of special actually. So we had 2 episodes that came out the filming of today, which is Monday, October 29th. We had, very early this morning we had an episode come out, which is the blooper reel for what we filmed yesterday. The main, the huge, 35-minute video we did. And that also came out today. This video will probably be coming out on Tuesday, October 30th. Now, on to the actual video. Let me get one thing straight right away. I'm not that big into the whole world of convertible open-top sports cars. However, the BMW Z series has always been a big favorite of mine. Especially since I've always been a huge James Bond fan, and its inclusion in that series has always been immortalized in my mind. In fact, GoldenEye is what made the Z3 so popular. It was in GoldenEye, even though James Bond just he traded it for a plane, right? He didn't do anything with it. But point being, Z series almost always been great. I mean, the Z8 of course had problems with handling and braking and comfortable ride. It was not a great car, but it looked nice. The Z3s were always a great series to look at and to drive. The Z4s were a bit more modern and they felt a bit rushed. But now we get this. This is a new Z4, not called the Z5. It was called the Z5 back when it was still in its concept stages, but right now it's just called the Z4 again. Here it is. I know. It looks absolutely fantastic. That's because it's based off BMW's new 8 series, which in turn it looks like what would happen if Germany got their hands on the Mustang. Seriously though, it's a great looking car, and it's got some pretty damn badass stats to back it up. I got a little stat sheet right here. For instance, it's got a 3.0 liter turbocharged inline-6 engine that produces 382 horsepower and 396 pound-feet of torque. Now I know for supercars that's not a lot, but this is a small-ish convertible roadster sports car. It's like a Mazda. It's like the old tiny little Mazdas. It's not a huge Lamborghini or Ferrari. It's not a big supercar. It's a sports car. It's a cruiser. Nice and calm. However, you can still feel the fact that BMW really wanted to make something really special out of it, not just make another Z4. Even though it's called the Z4, not the Z5, because they scrapped that name once it came out of the concept stage. But seriously, this car, it could be the turning point in the Z4 lineup, because Z4s were very boring for a long time, with the S-Drive series, which made it a little bit nicer, but now they have this. This could really put Z4 back on the map. Anyway, moving on. This car would do 0 to 60 in just 4.4 seconds. Back to the supercar comparison. Oh yeah, supercars do that in 2.6 is the average. Yes, again, those are $300,000 supercars. This car is going to cost about $40,000. And honestly, I would rather have this car than the Lamborghini Huracan Performante. Or really any Lamborghini Huracan in the series. I guess the Performante is not, it is based, like the normal Performante, it's not exactly street legal, per se, but this car is. And I'd rather have this one than almost any Lamborghini, maybe heard from the Aventador SVJ. Seriously, this is such a cool car. To look at it, it's a thing of beauty, and oh wow, they've released a little clip on the internet of the engine note, and it, for an inline-6, sounds really good. They said they could have put a big V8 in it, but this car, it's supposed to be light. It's a sports car. You can't have it going so heavy around corners that it crashes. No. The big V8, well also, hearing such a big V8 coming from such a small, perfect little car, we're hearing a banshee scream coming from a baby. You don't expect it and you don't want it. You just keep it simple. Babies are supposed to make crying noises and things like that. This is supposed to make a nice, calm inline-6 noise. Nothing large and gigantic like a V8 or a V12. Whew. I actually got into a little bit of a debate online with someone else about whether or not I should have a V8 engine. I'm not actually a big V8 fan in general. I prefer V12. I'm a big power guy where power is warranted. Here, power is not what you should be looking for. You should be looking for a nice open top, comfy ride, winding through mountain roads along the countryside. That's what a Z4 is. But also, it's fun and fast. It's very quick. It's very zippy car. I like it a lot. Yeah, so the price is gonna be about $40,000. There's gonna be a slightly less powerful S-Drive model coming out as well. This car is gonna be coming out sometime around March. So it's in spring, but due to the fact that when BMW tends to release their cars in spring, it's March. So yeah, I'm gonna say somewhere around March 21st. If I turn out to be right, I'm gonna be very, very happy about this car and its release date. I mean, this car, it looks absolutely brilliant. Another thing is that it doesn't just look good; it is good. The turning is supposed to be some of the sharpest that BMW's ever developed, and that includes on things like the 8 Series and the M3. They've actually gone out and said that they're going to put this system into the M3 for the new M3 for its turning system, due to the fact that this system they use for the Z4 is just so good. They said that if they can adapt it to be good on the M3, then they're going to use it. Another thing is that this actually has, I don't really bring up this type of stuff that often, but the sat-nav is good. The previous sat-navs on Z4s, BMW in general, probably like the M5 sat-nav, but other sat-navs in BMWs were just, they're very bad. It's like how for a long time Aston Martin had, I believe it was Volvo sat-navs, which were some of the worst things in existence for sat-nav, for navigation. This one is basically using satellites for up-to-the-minute recognition for positioning, and it also incorporates, like Waze will like tell you can like report an accident or something like that. It'll go on the map for other people to see. Although some people do just mess around with that for fun because you get points for it. I don't know. Anyway, this will have up-to-the-minute stuff like that, so people can report like accidents or like police officers or hidden speed cameras on the map through the BMW app, and it'll actually appear on your little sat nav when you get close to it. All in all, it's a great car, and honestly, it's probably one of the top 5 I'm looking forward to in 2019. That's how much this is great. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, so thank you very much for watching the video. This is the end card segment. I don't quite know what's going to go here. There's going to be, of course, links to the videos and channel over here, like the ones up here. There's linked to the last episode and linked to the last co-host episode, and of course the main channel, which I have gaming things on as well as just car stuff. But also, I might put pictures of cars here, just talking about next episode. So, yeah, I don't quite know what's going to be here, but this is going to be hopefully a permanent thing.